Hi, everybody. This is Guidance 3. I'm Dr. Amy Borgi, and we're basically studying career planning this semester. This is summer school, so it's a very short term class, meaning this is only a 6 week class. That's it, it's only 6 weeks. But I took 18 weeks worth of material and squished them down to fit it into this 6 week period. So it's going to be a busy 6 weeks. There's not going to be any breaks in there. It's just going to be back to back action. So if you have what it takes, I mean, you're ready and you're committed for 6 weeks to complete this course, you're going to be doing a lot of work. I estimate it's probably 9 hours a week on average. Of course, if you don't do all of your work in a timely manner, meaning if you leave all the big projects until the last minute, you're going to be really overwhelmed towards the end of the term. So I suggest that the assignments that I give you early on, I'm giving you early on for a reason. It's because you don't have much time. So you need to get on those assignments right away. So the course textbooks, let's talk about that. So the first book, I actually don't have the actual book because I use the online version, and I don't mind if you use the online version, but I have like one that's in a folder like this. It actually is from the publisher, but it's just you can put it in whatever folder you want. So this is the old school career fitness program 2015. They haven't really changed very much. I do have the newer version on, I guess, Chegg. It's chegg.com. You can rent the book through Chegg for like, I don't know, $30 for the term, and then you're done. It's a little cheaper than actually buying it, but I know some people like to have the book and be able to kind of flip through it. And if that's the case, you can do that. There are hard copies available at the bookstore. You just want to make sure that that's the 11th edition. So it's called the Career Fitness Program. It's the 11th edition, and the authors, I think it's Sukiyenik and who's the other author? I don't even know why I remembered Sukiyenik and Lisa Rothman. So it's Lisa Rothman and Diane Sukiyenik that wrote the book. So I recommend getting the online version, but that's up to you. The other book that you need for the class is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. And a lot of students ask me, well, why are we doing a book that's about teens? And the answer is, well, I had two choices, right? There was the adults version and there was the teens version. The adults version is more about like people who are already in a career, people who are trying to kind of figure out how to optimize their time in their job. So that's great, but it doesn't really apply to us as college students so much. So the teen book actually applies to teenagers who are in school. So a lot of the stuff that is talked about in this book is a little more relevant than the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. But I mean, I don't really care whether you read the teen version or the adult version. It doesn't matter. It's about the same stuff anyway. I think this is just a more fun way to read it. There's like jokes and I guess little cartoons and stuff. There's success stories. There's a lot of fun stuff in this book, and it's basically just a condensed version of the original 7 Habits book. And you know what's weird is the original 7 Habits book was written by Stephen Covey, and the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens was written by Stephen Covey's son, Sean Covey, when he was, I guess, in his mid-20s or something like that. This is an older book, so there's a couple of versions available. Any of the versions work. They're all the same. They might have a different cover. This is the old cover. The new cover has like some iPod some headphones from Apple hanging out of the pocket to make it a little more updated. It's the same information in the book. So either way, so you have to get those 2 books, and then you also need a day planner. Now the day planner needs to be either daily or weekly, meaning if you open it up, there's either a day on each page, like this page would be one day, this page would be another day, or you open it up and this whole page has like a week on it. So there's maybe like 3 days on this page and 4 days on this page or something like that. Either one of those formats is fine. What I don't want is like a monthly one where you open it up and it's like a whole month, only because we're going to be writing a lot of stuff in here, and I don't think you'll have enough space to do everything you need to do if you use the monthly format. So you need to turn in both of those books. You'll turn them in via Canvas, and in fact, you'll be turning in all of your assignments on Canvas. One important thing that I have to tell you is that in Canvas, you have to upload everything for an assignment in one swoop. So you can't go to an assignment and go, okay, let me turn in the written part first, and then let me turn in the photo that goes with it. Because if you upload the assignment first, when you upload the photo, it'll bump the assignment back out. So it only retains the last thing that was uploaded. I think it's kind of dumb, but I didn't make the software, so we just have to kind of work with it, deal with it. If somebody ever asks me, what do you not like about Canvas, I'll tell them that. But for now, what you have to do is you upload your assignment and then click on add another item. It's just a little plus sign underneath and add another item. Then find that one and put that one up there. And you can add as many items as you need to. You can upload up to 2 gigabytes at a time. So as long as both of your things or all of your things don't total to more than 2 gigabytes, you should be able to upload it to Canvas, no problem. And I don't think we're going to be doing anything that's going to be that big of a file. So everything in this class should work just fine. So you'll upload a picture of your books. So you'll take all 3 of your books, you'll put them all together, take a photo. Let's say you don't have a book because you ordered it on Amazon and it hasn't come yet. Then you'll just take a picture of the books you do have, plus your day planner. So if you got your day planner and you got one book, you'll take those. And then the other one, you just show me a receipt for that, okay? So you would need to upload both of those books and the receipt so I could see, oh, okay, the book is coming. I would like you to upload both of your receipts for both of your books. So for the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, I kind of want to see where did you buy it, when did you buy it, and for the Career Fitness Program, I want to see when you bought it and when it's coming for you. So even if you have the books already, please submit a receipt as well. If you don't have a picture of the book, the receipt will be absolutely just fine. Okay, so you'll upload all of that stuff all separately, but in one upload to Canvas for that assignment. All right, so that's the textbooks. That's one of the assignments for this week. The other thing that I need to tell you is that I built this class kind of on you following directions, because I've noticed as an instructor that a lot of students don't bother to read the instructions. In fact, I'm sure a lot of students are just kind of skipping this video and not even watching the orientation video for the class because they're like, I know better, I can just do this. So, but if you're watching this, then you're not that person, and good for you for doing that. If I show you a video in Canvas where I'm talking and giving you a lecture, I want you to watch it. If you are assigned a reading, I want you to read it. If it's in Canvas for you to look over, I want you to look it over. If an assignment has instructions in it, I want you to read them very carefully. Most of your points for most of your assignments come down to following directions or not. So if you follow the directions, you'll get 100%. If you don't follow the directions, you'll miss points for the items that you have not done properly. And so I do ask that for discussions, we'll be having some online discussions. Each week there will be a discussion on whatever topic relates to what we're doing that week. You will be required to follow the instructions in posting something in that discussion, and then you'll have to follow instructions in answering or responding to 3 other students' posts for that discussion. When you do that, I require that each of your responses or each of your assignments contains a certain number of sentences. So most of the time it's 1 paragraph or 5 sentences response. If you don't do that long of a response, you are going to miss points. If you do not use good grammar, spelling, and punctuation in your assignments, you will lose points. I've had students say, that's not fair, I suck at grammar. It's okay. That's how you learn, right? So there is a program that I recommend you using. It does work within Canvas. It's called Grammarly.com. It also works outside of Canvas, so you can actually run any assignment you like through that software as long as you download it to your computer. I do have in the course introduction materials, you'll see that there is a Grammarly link where you can sign up for Grammarly. Okay, so you do need to create an account and then you need to turn it on in Canvas. And, if you can't get it to work in Canvas, that's okay. You can always copy and paste the text that you need to turn in into Grammarly and fix it, and then go ahead and put it back into the assignment. It works just fine, okay? So that's a good way for you to make sure both your grammar and your spelling are corrected enough for me. Some of my pet peeves with assignments are, I know some of you students are working on your phone. That doesn't mean that you're exempt from grammar and spelling requirements. You still have to make sure your grammar and spelling are okay. So if you're going to do stuff on your phone, one thing you can do is turn on your automatic grammar and spell check. Most phones have that in settings. Okay, so go ahead and turn that on before you get going on your assignments, and it'll help you correct as you go. Okay, so the day planner. A lot of people are like, okay, why do I have to have a day planner for this class? This is a career planning class, not a time management class. And the answer is, well, you know what? I found that students learn best by actually jumping in and doing stuff. So I can sit here and be like, using a day planner is great, and this is how you do it, and let me show you. But if I don't require you to actually go use a day planner, then you're never going to learn how to use it. So I'm requiring that you get the day planner. It's part of the class. And what I would like you to do with it, I would like you to, at the beginning of each week, and I would say maybe Sunday night or Monday morning, whenever the new material for the next week is posted, I want you to go in your day planner, open it up, and you can either do it, I guess, one of two ways. You can either write in the assignments on the day they're due, and then go backwards and figure out when you're going to do them and put that into your calendar. So you shouldn't just be putting the assignments in. You should also be putting in, when is the time that I'm going to work on these assignments? Like, set aside some time during the week for you to get your stuff done. You can't leave all this stuff till the last minute all the time, because that's when bad things happen. Like your internet will go down as you're trying to turn in your assignment on Monday. And you know what? It kind of sucks, but I don't accept late work for very many reasons. There's only a couple reasons. So for example, if you had a doctor's note that spanned like an entire week, like my student is having surgery and she can't make it to class, and it's signed by your doctor, then okay. If it's your kid, like your kid is in the hospital for a week or something, I'll excuse that and let you turn in the work later. But if it's like a stepchild, I'll probably accept that too, okay? Because stepkids still count, right? But if it's like someone else's kid, like or like your nephew, not a kid that you're directly in charge of, like you have to take care of this kid, then I'm not going to honor that excuse, okay? The other excuse is jury duty or court appearance. So if you have a court appearance or jury duty that's going to span longer than a week and you can show me that that's where you've been, then I will let you turn in work late. Every other thing, no go. You cannot turn in late work for any other reason because you have a whole week to do it. So not having an internet connection the night of the assignment being due is not going to work for me in terms of getting you longer to complete the assignment, because as far as I see it, you should have had your assignments completed way earlier in the week. You shouldn't have waited till the last minute to turn it in. So one of the things that I'm trying to teach you is work ahead, get your stuff done early so you have plenty of time to get stuff done later, okay? What I would aim to do, or what I aim to do as an instructor, is I try to get all of my grading and all of my work done during the week. So Monday through Friday, I just try to make sure I get all my stuff done. Then that way on the weekend, I can just kind of have fun and enjoy myself. Doesn't always work out because sometimes things come up, or I get busier than usual, or I have just a really heavy workload, and it doesn't work. But that's what I strive to do. And so that's what I'm telling you. Maybe you should start this term by striving to kind of get stuff done early. Set a good standard for yourself at the beginning of what you want to do. And I think you'll find that it's actually a lot easier to just get it done early. It gives you a lot more free extra time instead of what we call procrastination time. We all know that when we're procrastinating, sometimes we do activities that are a little bit questionable that we might not actually want to do at other times. So the day planner is there for you to help organize you so you can figure out like, okay, when am I going to get this done? So the key is to actually write your assignments in it and to actually schedule when you will do those assignments. Now, the other way that you can write stuff in your day planner is you can write the assignments that you're going to do on the days that you're going to do them. So be like, on Monday, I'm going to do this assignment. On Tuesday, I'm going to do this assignment. So you can kind of spread them out or do them however you want, and then write in the due date so you know when those assignments are due. It's up to you. Like, it's your day planner. You can do what you want, but I'm just giving you good recommendations. A lot of students will ask me questions like, Dr. Borgi, why do we have to do a day planner that's actually like a paper? Why can't we just do a digital day planner? Because I already have my phone, it has day planner on it, and that makes a lot more sense. All right, so I'm gonna just say this. There's a few reasons. The first reason is, well, most of you who are not already using your phone as a day planner, the fact that it already exists and you're not using it just tells me you're probably not gonna use it if I tell you to use your digital day planner and you're not already using it, because it's there. Why wouldn't you already use it if you're gonna use it? The other thing is it takes a long time to input things into the phone. That's why I just like using the phone, because I'll be like, okay, let me just put in this appointment, and then while I'm putting in the appointment, somebody calls me, I answer the phone, next thing I know, I've forgotten there's an appointment to even put in, and I forget to put it in, and then I miss it, and that's pretty bad. So it's actually a lot easier to have a physical day planner where you can just write down what's going on. You can write a lot faster than you can type in and put in your appointments, just because of the way these day planner systems work on our phones. They're just not very efficient. Someday, maybe when they're more efficient, I'll be like, yeah, let's use the digital one. The other thing is, like, your phone is just a distracting place. Like, it's not a place where if you go in it to look for your assignments, like, oh, let me go look for my assignments in my phone right now. And you go in there and you're like really going to work on your assignments and you have every intention to do so. But then like 30 people text you and you're like, whoa, there's a party tonight. And then you forget all about your assignments. So it's actually better to have it in a day planner that's separate from a place where people can text you and distract you from what you need to be working on. Okay, so I did mention that I don't take late work, and for that reason, I do have a lot of extra credit in the course, but the extra credit's hard. It's a lot harder than the regular assignments. So, I mean, it's in your best interest to do the regular assignments, but if life happens and there's nothing you can do about it and you just absolutely miss something and you couldn't prevent it, then at least you have a little bit of, a little bit of leeway if you complete one of the extra credit assignments. The biggest extra credit assignment, and I strongly encourage you to do it, is the mock interview assignment. That's for extra credit, and you literally are creating a video with a family member or friend in which you are interviewing for a job. So there are a set list of questions that you can ask, and there's a set list of requirements, and it's not that difficult, but it is 80 points of extra credit, which is quite a bit in this class. I'd say most of our assignments are worth 40. So that's like 2 assignments in one, which is kind of cool. There's also another huge extra credit assignment, which is the informational interview. So usually I require students to complete an informational interview during the term, but because we're doing a 6-week class, I was like, there's a lot of work already. This is something that, we probably just don't have time for. So I made it into an extra credit assignment, and I think all of you should do it. It's a really cool assignment, but I didn't want to require it because it's such a short time, and because of the coronavirus and everything, not being able to kind of actually physically meet with people. I thought it might be difficult to get people to agree to do this semester. So for that reason, it's extra credit. Basically, you're going to be interviewing somebody that you look up to in some way and asking them a list of questions that you create. That assignment is, I think it's 100 points for the extra credit assignment. So I think that's like due earlier in the term. And then you have the option of doing 2 additional informational interviews for additional extra credit points that will be turned in with your final exam. Let me talk about your final exam for just a sec. So we have no tests, okay? No quizzes, no tests, because this is more of a hands-on, you're gonna get involved, you're gonna do the stuff. You're going to learn the things that you need to learn for yourself. And then you're going to make some decisions about what direction you want to go with your life. So it's kind of a big deal. It's not something I can quiz you on. It's sort of like, you know yourself, you know your life. You're going to make choices based on your own life, and that's cool. We're just going to basically go through like your personality and your interests, like what makes you you. So we could kind of match you up with the right type of career for someone with your personality and your skills. So by the time you get to the end of the semester, you might find that what you thought you wanted to do at the beginning is no longer relevant, and you have some other idea. So, quizzing you and testing you and all that stuff, you're going to just do the stuff, and you're going to learn it that way, okay? But that means at the end, like, what are we doing for a final exam? So our final exams actually are called a portfolio project, and the portfolio project is basically going to be a little bit of every assignment that you complete in the class all turned in one portfolio. So that means you probably need to hold on to all of your work throughout the term. Canvas should hang on to it for you if you're turning everything in on Canvas, but you never know. You might want to make a backup just in case, so that way you have your work and you don't have to redo anything. That also means that if you miss assignments during the regular, part of the term, that you won't have those to put in your portfolio, and so you'll miss points on those items at the end. So it's in your best interest to do all the work so that way you can get credit for everything, because you're going to have to do it anyway to get credit at the end, if that makes sense. Or you're just going to have to take the point loss again, which I don't know. So basically everything in this class is going to double count. Well, I shouldn't say everything, but most of the things in the class are going to get double count. They're going to count when you first turn them in, and then they're going to count when you put them in your portfolio and turn that in as your final exam. So I do have, I guess, a very thorough explanation of how the portfolio will be done, and I will be, I guess, taking you through a video on how to do it and all of that too. So it shouldn't be a big deal. It's basically like if you keep up with the class throughout the 6 weeks, the portfolio is just you got to put everything together in the right order and turn it in. So it really is, the whole class really is about managing your time well, and we are going to cover time management stuff throughout the semester because I believe that every student needs that information. And then it's about, your portfolio getting completed. So that means every assignment that you do, as long as you hold on to it and stick in the portfolio at the end, you're all set. It's just a following directions thing. So this class is really about staying diligent, doing your work, time management, and it's basically about following through with your portfolio at the end. So simple, right? Okay, so let's talk about how you get your assignments, how you check your assignments during the week, okay? So you'll notice when you come to the class, there's kind of a little board with buttons on it, and it says, our guidance 3 up at the top, and then it has the introduction and course information. So I do want you to read the course intro, go through it really carefully and look at it. Your course syllabus is in there. The syllabus is going to explain everything that's happening in the semester. It's going to give you kind of an outline of how we're going to do things and in what order we're going to do them. You can look at the point total in the back, and it actually tells you what number of points you need for each grade. So you can kind of figure out now, like, what grade do I want to go for? How many points do I need for that? So I think that you will find that the syllabus is extremely thorough. So if you do read through all of that section, you will understand exactly how the class works and what you need to do. The assignments are clearly listed in the syllabus for each week, as are the readings. So this is how I kind of want you to go through it. So first thing, I want you to check the syllabus, look at the syllabus for this week to kind of see what's going on, okay? Then I want you to go into Canvas, and you'll see you can either click on the week or the section you want to just with the little buttons, or you can go to, if you go at the upper left, it'll be on your left, right? On your upper left, you'll see a section called modules. So you want to click on modules. Modules is just going to list all the modules that are open in the class. So by the time we're done, we'll have 7 of them, or 6 of them, because we have 6 weeks in the class. So there'll be 6 different modules. Right now, if you open it up, you'll see that it's just the course introduction and then week 1. So in week 1, what I want you to do is look at the assignment list. So the assignment list lists all of the assignments and readings for the week. What I want you to do is go through them, and I want you to do the reading first. Okay, before you do anything else, just start reading. There's a lot of reading, I guess, but by the way, for the 7 Habits book, this one, there's an audiobook for this. Feel absolutely free to get the audiobook. I think it's a little pricey because it's on Audible, so it's probably like $25-30, but if you're more of the type of student that would rather listen to the book, please do that. Don't force yourself to read something if you'd rather listen to it and you can listen to it. I don't think the Career Fitness program is on audiobook as far as I know, but if it is, please somebody let me know so I can tell everybody else. All right, so you'll do the reading first. After you're done with the reading, I want you to go through that module in Canvas and just go through and read all the material, look at all the material, and complete all the assignments as you go through. I usually put the assignments kind of throughout the module with the section that they go with. So for example, if there's a chapter 2 assignment, I'm going to put that in the section that goes with chapter 2, if that makes sense. So the assignment will be next to the reading and the PowerPoint and everything for that week. I do have PowerPoints up for all of the different chapters, but some of them are not the greatest PowerPoints. They're just the PowerPoints that came with the book. So I just basically got them from the publisher and put them here for you. And I'll be doing lectures that go with some of the PowerPoints throughout the semester, or for things that I think you might need more clarification on. I will do a brief lecture. I'll try to keep it a lot briefer than this lecture, but I kind of feel like when we're first starting out the class, I need to explain everything so that way you guys understand what's going on. So you want to make sure you complete the discussions for the week, and this is something I want you to think about with Canvas. So with Canvas, there is a tab called Assignments. So if you click on the Assignments tab, theoretically, all the assignments should pop up and show you, but I've noticed that sometimes there's glitches with this, which is why I'm telling you, make sure you check the assignment list and the actual module and not just the list of assignments or list of open assignments, because sometimes the list of open assignments glitches. It doesn't contain the discussions for the week, or it's missing certain assignments, and God knows why it glitches like that, but it does. So I don't want you guys to miss something, and so that's why I'm saying make sure that you actually look at the assignment list in Canvas and also check your syllabus, okay? Homework. So all the homework, and yes, there is homework this week, and yes, there's actually quite a bit of homework this week. We have to utilize every week that we have with only 6 weeks of instruction. So we're going to hit the ground running here, and I want you to get started on your assignments for this week. You'll find them in Module 1. And there's an assignment list right at the top of the module, so you can look and see those are my assignments for the week. All the assignments for this week are due on Monday, which would be like what's the actual date on Monday? Let me look real quick. It is the 15th. So the 15th, most of the stuff is due. But you will see that I've put in some assignments that are more longer, like a longer term assignment. So those longer term assignments, you have till the due date for them. So I think the first one is, we've got the resume project. Yeah. So the resume project is actually just 3 different assignments all combined into one thing. Just so you kind of understand, this is all resume and it's all related to you getting a job and interviewing, that kind of stuff. So you'll be doing a resume, a cover letter, and a job application. So those 3 things. And yes, I'll be giving you information so you can kind of see how to do it. But what I've learned as a teacher over time is that you learn the most by doing stuff. So I assigned your resume and cover letter right off the bat here at the beginning of the term. It's due in 2 weeks, I think on the 22nd. So you have a couple weeks to kind of figure it out with the materials I've given you. Nothing is going to teach you more about writing a resume than having to figure that out for yourself. So yes, the instruction is there, but that's all I'm giving you is just kind of the written stuff. I want you to do your best to create a good resume. I will be correcting those resumes for you and those cover letters and those job applications. And I expect that you will make those corrections and add them to your resume, cover letter, and job application for your final project. If you fail to make those corrections, then you will get 0 points on that section for your portfolio, which is your final exam. Okay. Let's see, what else? Oh, okay. So checking your grades. This is how you do it. Because a lot of students go through the whole term and they have no idea that they could check their grade in Canvas. So I'm telling you right now, you can check your grade in Canvas. It's like updated weekly, and you can check it anytime you want. So it's just on the left-hand side, there's a little drop-down list. Once you're in Canvas, in our section of Canvas, you'll see it says grades. You just click on grades and voila, your grades are there for you. So you can check and make sure that you're getting credit for everything that you're supposed to as we go along. You don't have to wait till the end to fix your grade. You can just fix it anytime. So another important thing about Canvas. So Canvas likes to time out if you're not using it. So if you open it up and you're working on an assignment and you're working so hard and then your girlfriend calls you and says, or your boyfriend calls you and says, honey, can you come fix me some tea, a sandwich, whatever? And you're like, sure, honey. And you go do it. If you leave Canvas just sitting there open, oh gosh, it's going to time out and you're going to lose all your work. Please don't let that happen. What you need to do is, and this is the right way to do things, I think, don't do your work in Canvas. Go to like Google Docs or Pages or Microsoft Word. Do your work there because that saves, you can just save it as you go. And then when you're ready, you can either just copy and paste the stuff into the text box in Canvas, or you can just upload it as a document. So the way that you turn things in on Canvas is kind of interesting because you can actually upload all kinds of different stuff, but only if I've allowed it on the assignment. So you'll notice some assignments will only allow you to upload certain things. So you'll only be allowed to upload like text box stuff. That means you can't upload documents. You can only type into the text box. And some assignments I'll allow documents and text box. Some you need to put a link up there, so only links are allowed. Sometimes I just allow everything. I'm like, whatever, however you can get it in. So if something isn't allowing you to turn it in that way, it's because I have selected it as that's not an option. If you feel I've made a mistake, please contact me right away. In fact, if you see any mistakes or any problems or issues with anything in the class and you think this isn't the way it's supposed to be, please contact me right away. Okay, so how do you contact me? So I'm crazy, one of those professors that I always have my phone on me. So the easiest and freshest way to get in touch with me is to just text me. My text number is 909-224-1204. Once again, that's 909-224-1204. And that's in the syllabus, it's on Canvas, it's everywhere. It's my cell number, so please don't call me at 2 in the morning. I will be asleep. But I am available most of the time, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can if you text me. You can also call me too. Old school, let's do it. Like if you'd rather just talk on the phone, just give me a call. If I don't answer, I will call you back within 24 hours. If you email me, I'm a little bit slower. I try to get back to people within 3 days, but sometimes it takes me up to a week. It just depends on what's going on. My push notifications on my email are weird. They are not functioning properly, and I've had IT kind of try to help me, but so far nothing has worked. So a lot of times I'll have to go and kind of search for student emails. So if you do email me, you might also want to just shoot me a text and say, I emailed you, can you check it out? That'd be helpful. If not, I'll try to get back to you within at least 7 days, okay? So again, the best way to reach me is via text, 909-224-1204. Okay, so let's talk about dropping the class. So if you are watching this video and you've already logged into the class, then you are considered an active student in the class. Once you're active in the class, that means that the only person that's going to drop you from the class is you. I will not drop you once you've entered. So if I see, oh, she's in Canvas, she's already logged in once, she's part of the class. Even if you don't do anything other than watch this video, you'll still remain in the class. So it's up to you to drop from this point on. I'm not going to drop you. Okay? So what else? I feel like I've gone through everything that I could possibly go through except for maybe an introduction of myself that's a little more in-depth. So I'm going to do that real quick and then I'm going to head out. So I'm actually really happy to be teaching Guidance 3 this semester. I really enjoy teaching this class. It's always a pleasure because most of the time my students go from kind of not knowing what they want to knowing what they want, or kind of knowing what they want to wondering if maybe there's other options. Basically, everybody grows in this class if they do all the work and allow the class to work for them. So you do have to be committed to putting in the solid 6 weeks of work, but even in that 6 weeks, you're going to see a huge change in yourself by the end of the semester. And, that's because you get out what you put in. So like if you put in a lot of effort into the class, you're going to get a lot out of it. You're going to get some direction. You're going to gain some knowledge. And most of all, I think you're going to gain some research skills on how to best research, different careers that might interest you. And that's something that is really important because that means now you know for the rest of your life how to do that. We're going to be utilizing a program that allows you to, it's called Focus to Career. So you'll take a bunch of different assessments and it will help you to figure out sort of which areas you should be looking in terms of work. We'll be covering interviewing and, writing resumes, cover letters, all that stuff, all the good stuff, basically. And mostly, I want you to know that I'm also available if you need like some personal, counseling or help in terms of figuring out what you want to do. If you're not sure what you want to do with your life, and you come to me, I'll give you an hour of my time, and I promise you'll probably feel a lot better about what you're doing after we talk, okay? I'm available by appointment only since we're in this strange only online time. But we can always, meet up via Zoom, anytime. I can also FaceTime and whatever platform you want to use. We can use that. It's fine with me. What else? Okay, so my background, I guess. I've been an instructor at Chafee I was trying to figure this out. I think it's been like 16 years that I've been here at Chafee as an instructor. I primarily work with a program called the Opening Doors to Excellence program. The Opening Doors program is for students who are on academic probation. And so basically, I just show these students kind of how to get back on track with their studies and everything else. And it's a very fulfilling and wonderful position. I also teach Guidance 2, which is that introduction to guidance class. It's more of like an introduction to college, like pulling people into the resources that are available to them and that sort of thing here on campus, and then study skills and things like that. This class I've taught, off and on over the years, and I've been teaching a lot lately. And what I can tell you about this class is that it is very, very informative in terms of if you don't know what you want yet, like this is going to help pull some of that stuff out for you, which is wonderful. So I have my PhD in clinical psychology from Alliant International University in San Diego. And if you're not sure what Alliant International University is, I actually didn't know either. When I first started college, I went to the school called CSPP, or the California School of Professional Psychology. And then halfway through my program, Alliant International University bought out my school. And so my school just changed to this other school. And it turns out that Alliant International University has campuses all over the world, which is pretty cool. But I graduated from there. I did some internships in psychology where I was a counselor. I worked in a juvenile hall for a short period of time. I worked for the County of Riverside for a program that tried to help families whose kids were about to get taken out of the home and put into the system. I worked for a school that specialized in working with developmentally delayed students. So we're talking kids that have autism and Asperger's, and also what they call conduct disorder, which is kind of like these kids are really naughty, lighting things on fire kind of stuff. So, and then I also worked as an adolescent sex offender counselor. So my clients were adolescents who were in the process of being prosecuted for sexually offending a child. Yeah, so I did that. I was also a drug treatment counselor for a brief time at Matrix Institute here in Rancho Cucamonga, and that was fun. So I helped people kind of overcome addiction and that sort of thing. So my skills lie in my ability to help others to see themselves more clearly. So I help to clarify for people what works best for them, what doesn't work best for them. I'm also really great at, I guess, being a support system for students. So even after this class is over, if you need help with anything or for any reason, I am here for you. I promise I will help you. If you need me as a job reference, this is a perfect class. She was my careers teacher, and she's given me a recommendation. You know I will. So I can help you out with letters of recommendation for jobs or for other stuff if you need that after the semester's over. Really, I'm here. You just need to utilize me, So if you want to have a personal meeting, please text me, set one up. If you're cool just kind of doing your thing online, okay, I understand that too. What would be really cool is if you guys could put a picture of yourselves on your Canvas profile, because it really helps me to, I guess, get to know you better and feel like I know you better, because it's kind of tough sometimes if you're just an icon. I'm like, okay, well, Sheila's the girl with the shovel. Okay, got it. I don't want to picture you as a shovel. I would like to picture you as yourself. So if you could, it'd be awesome if you could just put a photo of yourself up so that way I could see what you look like. And I guess that's it. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to just text me. I'm happy to answer any questions you have about the class. If there's something left out of this video, please let me know so I can add it somewhere else. And I look forward to getting to know you and to watching you grow on your journey as you figure out what career works best for you. All right? Talk to you later. Bye.